I don't really know what kind of an intro to do for this, so I'm just not gonna do one. Sucks for you, I guess. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're gonna be reviewing the Studio Series 86 Bonecrusher. And I did get a tripod, so the camera can and will shake a bit, and I can move this around. I finally own a tripod. That's nice. It does come with this kind of annoying ring light that I can't really use, but whatever. So, before we look at Bonecrusher, as is per tradition, we need to take a look at Bonecrusher's box, and I need to get my facial identification on here. Yes, I said high-identification, as in to hide my identification. We have Bonecrusher's box. So if we pan the camera up, you can see it says 2 out of 6, Bonecrusher, Transformers, Studio Series, Transformers the movie. On the side, you get Devastator with 2 out of 6. On the side, you get the continuance of Bonecrusher and him in his... I believe that's him in his... No, that's Autobot City. You get the bio and all that stuff. That says Bonecrusher. Bonecrusher battles the Autobots in Autobot City on Earth. Oh, and they forgot to capitalize Earth. They didn't capitalize Earth. I find that quite funny. But yeah, there's the box. You get the 2 out of 6. I do not have Scrapper. I really want Scrapper. I'm recording this on a Monday, but I'm gonna try to look for Scrapper tomorrow, and if I don't find him, sucks for me, I guess, because I need to start saving my money. I'm going on a spending break for reasons. So let's look at Bonecrusher himself. He is disproportionate. That is a fact that I simply cannot deny. However, it doesn't bother me nearly as much as I thought it would. He's still very fun and a solid figure. Hold on, let me straighten this guy out. There we go. He does, however, have some back kibble. This is the combined mode arm, and it just does hang there. You can take it off the mushroom peg. It's on a mushroom peg right there, but I don't really mind it. The head is amazing. I really like how the silver pops. And not the silver, the red visor pops really nice, and the silver just looks amazing. And for accessories, he comes with a standard little blaster. It can go into his hand, or it can go onto this peg on the back for weapon storage. I do believe that is Blast Effect compatible. So overall, it looks real nice. So let's do size comparisons now. So I only have 2 size comparisons for this guy, but trust me, that number is gonna go up real soon once I get the rest of the Constructicons as they come out. First up, we have Blitzwing. And since I can just freely adjust the camera now, I can adjust that to show all of Blitzwing. And then, since I don't have 86 Megatron yet, because I abide by the law, and there are currently no listings for 86 Megatron as far as I know. I believe the only eBay listing was caught by Prime vs. Prime, probably. But we got the Legacy /86 Galvatron. So Bonecrusher is a pretty solid size. Like, he's a big deluxe. Like, he was a lot bigger than I thought he'd be. Now then, let's do articulation. Shoulders can pull a full 360, go out to the side. The head, I'm sorry, I skipped the head, can rotate a full 360. It is on a ball joint, but due to the nature of the sculpt, it can't really look up and down, except for on that hinge. You get a bicep rotation and an elbow bend with the ball jointed arms, no wrists, and no waist yet. what you can do is unpeg this whole thing here, get your waist joint, and collapse it back up against there, but that looks really bad. What looks a bit better is the ab crunch. You can do the ab crunch, and then you can just maneuver the bucket into place. And boom, you have your ab crunch. Apparently the DNA design kit is gonna give him both a waist swivel and an ab crunch, and I do intend on getting that. Granted, I did intend on getting the one for TF1 Optimus and Megatron and never got it. Hips go forward that far. They go back that far. You gotta move them out of the way a bit because there's a tab there. They go in and out. Thigh rotation. Tab in, bend at the knee. I might shave that tab. That bends to 90. And you get a ratcheted and soft indented ratchet ankle tilt. So overall, he is quite articulated aside from the lack of wrists and waist, but he's pretty decent. Now, transformation. Mine has a QC issue in the transformation, so we're just going to do this, and I'll have you guys guess it. So we're going to rotate this, and you want to shift it on this internal joint first, and then you want to bend the elbow so that that slot goes into that tab. Like so. Do the same on the other side. Now you want to rotate the arms down like so. Now we are going to collapse the feet and straighten them out. Bring out the bucket. Bring out this entire assembly. Bend it all the way back. It will go all the way back. Flip the head down. Compress these arms and they will peg together, that slot and that tab. And this will go into that hook. You want to push the arms down and they'll go into that hook. So then you want to bring up the canopy, bring down the arm, bring this whole assembly down, and there are a lot of tabs and slots here. So this tab will go into that slot, and these tabs will go into that slot right there. Unfortunately, these ones do slide around a little, but not on this side. This side has a slot right there that goes into that tab, and that same slot there that goes into that tab. Then you want to orient the bucket like this. This tab will go into that slot, and we got ourselves a bulldozer. The bulldozer mode is actually quite good. Except for my QC issue. Did you spot it? This doesn't go in. I clipped the tabs because I thought they were the issue and we're pushing this out. I was wrong. I shouldn't have clipped the tabs, but I did. So we're here. If I really push, I can get it close, but never all the way. I'm not sure if this is just a me thing or not, but pain, either way. It doesn't have wheels, which is unfortunate, but whatever. The blaster can store in these pegs on the top. So now, let's do arm, well, no, not arm mode yet. We're going to do size comparisons. First up here, we have Galvatron. So there you go. He's looking a lot more yellow under my light, but trust me, these guys are very strong green. We got Blitzwing in his tank mode, and Blitzwing in his jet mode. So now, let's do the arm mode. And there are going to be no size comparisons for arm mode because it's an arm. Camera. So, you want to split the legs, bring out this whole assembly, rotate the bicep, or what will become the bicep, bend this out. Then you want to take this panel and open it up and tab this back in, tab this side back in, and these two slots made out of the feet will go into those two tabs. And that's it. there is your arm mode, mostly complete. Hold on. There is your arm. Now, arm mode is, well, an arm. Nothing I can do other than articulation. Shoulder can rotate a full 360, can go out a little under 90, but if you untab the bucket, it can go a full 90 and just compress it back. You get a bicep rotation, an elbow bend, and this inward joint due to transformation. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, let's do ourselves some final thoughts. Let's shift this down again. So, overall, this is a decent figure. I'm not sure how Scrapper will stack up because I don't have him yet, but by himself, he's pretty good. That has been all for today. So, till next time, my fellow Cybertronians, goodbye and good night.